Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I've decided to take us on ICT, and on ICT we'll be looking at functions of alphabet keys or letter keys when you're using MS Word. So we're going to start from Ctrl plus A up to Ctrl plus Z. So let's get started. So example, you're typing this is a lovely day, and I'll use shortcut. This is a lovely day. Let's assume you've typed a whole lot of things on MS Word, but I'll be using just this sentence for an example. We're going to be looking at the functions from Ctrl plus A up to Ctrl plus Z. Now, if you're on MS Word and you want to select all your work on the MS Word environment, that's when you use Ctrl plus A. So look at it there. If you press Ctrl plus A on MS Word, that's what is going to happen. You're going to see all what you typed or all your work is being selected. So Ctrl plus A in MS Word is used for selecting everything, all your work, even if you have typed from page 1 to 100. If you want to select everything on MS Word, all you need to do is press Ctrl key plus A, and that's it. So that's for Ctrl plus A. I repeat again, you press your Ctrl plus A key and it will select everything for you. Alright, so that's for Ctrl A. So the function is for selecting all your work, or it's also known as highlighting. So I'll just be using this one sentence like I said, for example. Okay, that's for Ctrl A. If you want to make your work, your typing more darker or to look bold, you use Ctrl plus B. So look at this sentence. I've already highlighted this, or I've selected it already. So if I want it darker or I want it to look bolder, I'm going to use Ctrl key plus B. So watch, Ctrl plus B. If you look, the writing is more bold, or it's darker than it was in the first place. So that's the function of Ctrl key plus the B key. Ctrl plus B. So that's the function, is to make your work look more darker. So let's continue. The next one is Ctrl C. We're going to look at what Ctrl plus C will result to. So whatever you want to press, whichever Ctrl key you're going to use, Ctrl plus any key, you must highlight your work in MS Word. So I've already highlighted again. I'll press Ctrl key plus C, and that function is used for copying. I've just copied this text, and you can't talk about Ctrl plus C without talking about Ctrl plus V. Looking at this, I've entered the next line, and I'm going to press Ctrl key plus V. Ctrl plus V, and look at that, it's called paste. So Ctrl plus C you use in copying whatever it is you want to copy, and you use Ctrl plus V to paste. So now we have two. We have the first, which was alone, and when I copied, I have it pasted down, it makes two. So that's the function of Ctrl plus C. Ctrl plus C you use for copying, and Ctrl plus V you use for pasting or writing down what you've already copied in another place. So we'll talk about Ctrl plus A, Ctrl plus V, Ctrl plus C. Okay, so let's talk about Ctrl plus D. So Ctrl plus D, if you're typing on MS Word and you press Ctrl key plus D, Ctrl plus D is going to open the font window. Look at font. It's written on the top here, font. So that's the function of Ctrl plus D on MS Word. Some of these keys may have other functions elsewhere, not on MS Word, but on MS Word, these are the functions. So Ctrl plus D can also be used in opening, to bookmark a web page, rather, if you're working on a browser. So you can, so let's continue. This is the font window that we use Ctrl plus D to open. So if you want to edit your font and you don't want to go all the way to home here at the top here, you don't want to go all the way home here, you could just simply type Ctrl plus D to get to your font window and do all the changes you want to make on your font. So that's not just the function of Ctrl D alone on MS Word. You can also use it to duplicate a shape. So if you inserted a shape on your document, on your Word document, for example, I'm going to draw this circle. So if you did this and maybe you need two other circles, no need to go back, draw a circle, you could just use your Ctrl key plus D, and that makes the circle double. That's two. And if I double click and drag, look, I have two circles. And if I press Ctrl again plus D key again, look at that. So that's the function of Ctrl D. It's used for opening the font window and also for duplicating shapes if you need them double or triple. So from there we move to the next Ctrl key. I need to get down. Alright, so the next after Ctrl D is Ctrl plus E. So Ctrl plus E is used to align text to the center. So this is already to the left, towards the left of the page, and I need it to the middle center of the page, and I'm going to press my Ctrl key plus E, and look at that, the position has changed. So that's the function of Ctrl E. Okay, let me undo that again. I've undone, and if I press Ctrl plus E, did you see that? It just moved to the center. So that's the function of Ctrl plus E to align text to the center. So from there we move to the next one, which is Ctrl F, Ctrl F, Ctrl G, and Ctrl H. All have the same functions on MS Word, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to display that to you. Look, if you press Ctrl key plus F key, Ctrl plus F, look, it opens the find window for you. So Ctrl plus F key opens the find window. So rather than coming here, look at it, say find, replace, editing, and select. So rather than doing that, you could just press Ctrl F and it will open the find window. And let me close that. If you use Ctrl key again plus G, look, again it opens find and replace again. Okay, I'm going to close that again, and we're going to try H. Ctrl plus H again, Ctrl plus H, look, again it opens find and replace window. So on MS Word environment, Ctrl plus F key, Ctrl plus G key, Ctrl plus H keys, they all will open you find and replace window. So we move to the next after H, which is Ctrl plus I. So I'll highlight my text again because Ctrl plus I involves text. So if I press Ctrl key plus I, Ctrl key plus I, sorry, that was a mistake. So I'll press Ctrl key plus I, and look, our words are now inverted. So that's used for entering or changing your text to italic form, or changing your font into italic form. So I'll undo that again, and then look, the text is now back to normal. It's no more bent or italicized. I'm going to press my Ctrl key again, Ctrl plus I. Where's the I? Okay, here, and watch, it's inverted once again. It's not like before. So I'll undo that again, and I'll press Ctrl plus I. Look, undo, Ctrl plus I. So that's the function of Ctrl I on, okay, Ctrl plus I keys on MS Word. So after that, we're going to have Ctrl key plus J. Okay, to do Ctrl key plus J, I'm going to have to copy this. I'll copy it here, and I'll have to paste like a couple of times. Let's say 3 times. Okay, so V, and I'm going to bring this down. Okay, so if you look at this, all these 3 texts, alright, let me add one more line. Alright, if you look at these 4 texts, they are all not written, they are all scattered. Let me put it that way, they're all scattered. So we're going to look at the function of Ctrl J. What can Ctrl J look at and do for us? So Ctrl J, if I highlight everything, all this text I want, I'll say Ctrl plus J. I'll say Ctrl plus J, Ctrl plus J. Okay, so Ctrl plus J was supposed to arrange my text all on the same line. So let's see what went wrong. Okay, it's used to justify, make your work neat, all in a straight line. So that's the function of Ctrl plus J. So let's try it once again. Ctrl key plus J. Alright. Ctrl plus J. Okay. So Ctrl plus J is used to justify your work, make it all on a straight line with no indents. So that's the function of Ctrl plus J. I don't know why this isn't working, but that's the function. It's supposed to rearrange all your work. It's moving actually if you watch. Undo. Ctrl plus J. It's supposed to justify, make your work on a single straight line, arrange your work for you. So that's Ctrl plus J, and it's the same thing as this button. If you watch here, it says justify, and I'm going to click that. I'm clicking, watch, it's moving, justify. So that's the function of justify. It's supposed to arrange our work on a straight line, so that none is longer than whichever, to maintain our margin. Yeah, so that's for justify. So Ctrl J, that moves us to Ctrl K. So to do Ctrl K, I'm just going to highlight one single text. So one single text, and I'll press Ctrl plus K. I'll undo that. Okay, let me close that window, and Ctrl plus K, and look, we have a hyperlink window. So it's used to insert a hyperlink when you're working with MS Word. So if I select this document here that says Abdulrazak, and I click on OK, so look, lovely has been turned into a hyperlink. And if I click Control, look, and I click this, it's going to take me into that document. So let's see, this is the document that Abdulrazak did. So that's not what we are up to. So we are back here. So Ctrl plus K will help you to insert a hyperlink in your document. So let me undo that. It's back to normal again. So if I press Ctrl key again plus K, it gives me a window, hyperlink window, and I'll just select okay, let's select this document, Abdulwa. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're going to select OK, and look, lovely has been turned into a hyperlink. And if I click Ctrl key, it's pointing, and I can now click and open into the document, and look, that's what the person has done on that document. So that's that's it for Ctrl key plus K. What about Ctrl key plus L? That's the next we're going to do. So to do Ctrl key plus L, I'm going to have to highlight everything here, and the next thing I'll do is to press Ctrl key plus L, and look, Ctrl key plus L will help move your work to the left. I press again Ctrl key plus L, but to do that I'm going to move this work to the right. Okay, so our work is now to the right. So to show you, Ctrl key plus L, Ctrl key plus L key, look, our work is now back to the left. So that's for Ctrl key plus L. And we're going to look at the next one, which is Ctrl key plus M. So Ctrl key plus M is used for indenting. So let's say, for example, I highlight this, and indenting is just like giving or making paragraphs. So if I highlight this particular one and I press Ctrl key plus M, it's gonna keep moving or indenting the word, the sentence, until I get to where I want it to be. So that's for Ctrl key plus M. It's used for moving text or for indenting or for making paragraphs. So that's it. Then from there we move to Ctrl plus N. Ctrl key plus N is used for opening a new document, opening a fresh new page on MS Word. So I'll say Ctrl plus N, and there you have, that's the function. It's supposed to open a brand new page for me on MS Word, and that's what it has just done. So I don't need this new page, it's just for the purpose of this video and demonstration. So I'm going to close that page. I'm going to close that, and we are going to come back to what we were doing initially. So that's for Ctrl plus N. So if I needed to open a document that already existed, I will just go to Ctrl key plus O. So watch the screen, Ctrl key plus O. It opens a window for me, and I'll go to documents. Look at that, I have a whole bunch of documents that have been saved. So I don't know who saved this. Oh, these kids. This says my name is Zombie, so I'm going to open that document. God, so look at that. That's what the person did, and they named it my name is Zombie. I don't know why. So that's the function of Ctrl plus O. So if you're on your document in MS Word and then you press Ctrl plus O, it's going to pop up a window, and you're going to select where you have your document saved, and you open one of them. So that's the function of Ctrl plus O. So I'm going to open this IP3 now. Let's see what's there. Okay, it's just a kid's work. Drew a circle and wrote a bunch of numbers and letters. So that's for Ctrl plus O. So we're back to our document and we're going to continue. So Ctrl plus P is the next. So if you press Ctrl key plus